Hey guys, it's Bree here. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. So before we get into this video, I just wanted to make a really quick announcement. I recently opened a Discord chat. If you haven't seen my community post, at the time I'm recording this video, our community is still pretty small. We have about 70 members, but we're extremely active. So make sure to join if you want to talk to me, talk to my other subscribers that are in the chat. If you want to join the Discord chat, make sure to check the pinned comment or the description box, and I'll have the link for you to join. If you're not new here, you know that I have done a few K-pop opinion videos before, but I've only reacted to my subscribers' K-pop opinions. In this video, I'm going to give you my brutally honest K-pop opinions. Now, they're not necessarily unpopular opinions, they're just opinions that I have, but you guys can comment and let me know if you disagree or agree with any of my opinions. So now let's get right into the video.
I'm saying I don't wanna come down from your love. We'll get lost together like we fly. Don't ever let me come down from your love. From your love. From your love.
So for the first honest K-pop opinion, SM has the best vocalists out of the big three, and I'll say the big three plus HYBE so you guys don't cancel me. I'm a multi-stan, I'm a boy group stan, I like a lot of different groups, but to me, SM has some of the best vocalists in the industry as a collective, cohesive company. We have Baekhyun, Chen, and Dio from EXO. In NCT, we have Taeil, Doyoung, and even Haechan. We have Taeyeon as well. All of the members of Red Velvet, especially Seulgi and Wendy. I just think that SM historically has some really impressive vocalists. I feel like a lot of other K-pop companies label someone as a vocalist and they're good, but there's something about SM vocalists. Their technique is really top tier. Some of them have beautiful, unique vocal tone overall. I just tend to really like SM's vocalists. I mean, have you guys listened to Baekhyun's solo album? That's all I'm gonna say about that. Here's another one that might get me canceled. NCT has a better vocal line than BTS, and BTS has a better rap line than NCT. Personally, I think as a collective group, NCT has better vocalists. For example, I think if you put Taeil, Doyoung, and even Haechan against Jungkook, Jimin, Jin, and Taehyung, and vice versa, I also think that if you put BTS's rap line, RM, Hobi, and Suga against Mark, Taeyong, and maybe even the other rappers. Now, I will say Mark is really good, but overall, BTS's rap line is just really skilled, and they've also done solo projects as well, so they really show their ability as artists. That's not to say that Mark isn't a good rapper, because he's one of my favorite rappers. I just think as far as skill and from what I've seen so far, I think BTS has a better rap line and debatably one of the best rap lines in K-pop. We need more dark fantasy concepts in K-pop. So if you guys aren't new here, you know I love dark concepts, especially with boy groups. I would really like more dark fantasy supernatural concepts in K-pop. So just to name a few that I loved Reveal by The Boys, where I got like a lot of werewolf references, and Hypin with Given Taken, vampire themes. The Boys, Drink It, vampire themes. And if I remember correctly, I think Drunk Dazed has like a werewolf concept as well. I just love dark fantasy concepts because I feel like it adds another layer of complexity to the dark concept. Dark concepts are cool, but if you have like a supernatural fantasy undertone to it, I think that just makes it more interesting to me. And it also gives you a bit more complexity as far as the storyline. Here's one that a lot of you might actually agree with. The term K-poppies is dumb, and it's not a flex to call someone that. So I've seen a lot of people that only stan one group. They use K-poppies as an insult. Like, oh, well, your opinion doesn't matter. Of course you think that way because you're a K-poppy or a multi-stan. That is not an insult. It's not an insult to have a diverse taste in K-pop and to stan or to like different artists in K-pop versus liking just one group. It's okay to like one group, it's okay to like multiple groups, but you devoting all of your support to one K-pop group does not make you better than multi-stans. If that's your perception on K-pop, I think you need to broaden your horizons. We need more subunits, duets, and collabs in K-pop, preferably co-ed ones. So I was actually talking to my Discord chat about this, and we were saying like, why don't we have more collabs in K-pop, whether it's across K-pop labels, whether it's within K-pop labels? Why doesn't that happen? Is it because of fan wars? Is it because of potential dating rumors or ships? Why don't we have that? I would love to see, for example, TXT collab with Enhypen, or even something crazy like NCT collabing with 17, or even ITZY collabing with Stray Kids. I think collabs would be so cool and make things so interesting, and I would also like to see more co-ed groups like KARD and Checkmate. I would love to see more K-pop groups with girls and boys, and even subunits. Like, imagine a subunit with Taeyong, Doyoung, Seulgi, and Wendy, or even Irene. I think subunits between groups within labels would be like a really cool thing, as well as collaborations across labels. It would just make things more interesting in K-pop, and I think we would get some amazing music out of that too. Taemin is underrated, and it displeases me and my homegirls. Taemin is like my ultimate bias. He's the blueprint when it comes to being a soloist in K-pop. I believe he is SM's first soloist from a group, and he's just been breaking boundaries in the industry overall. I really don't understand why Taemin doesn't get as much attention as he deserves, specifically on music shows, but I really think it's because K-pop fans as a whole prefer groups over solo artists, and I think that that's really unfair. Like, for example, there might be people that know SHINee, but they might not necessarily know any of Taemin's work as a solo artist at all. And that disappoints me because this man is like the king of K-pop. So yeah, he is super underrated. TXT and Enhypen have been giving me everything that BTS hasn't lately. So when it comes to BTS, I am an ARMY. I've been an ARMY since around 2015, but I really haven't liked an album cohesively as a complete work from start to finish since Love Yourself Tear. And because of that, I'm still an ARMY. I still listen to BTS, but I don't follow them as closely as I used to. I'm hoping that I'll really like their next album, which hopefully will be coming out soon. But as far as TXT and Enhypen, I've really been liking their music lately. There are a few songs I really like from TXT, like Puma, Blue Hour, Fairy of Shampoo, Roller Coaster, Love Song. They have so many good songs. Like, it's actually crazy. I just love their sound, and Enhypen as well. I loved Fever, Drunk Days, 10 Months, Let Me In, Given Taken. I don't know what's in the water at HYBE, but these boy groups coming up, they sound amazing. Hyuna and Dawn are wholesome AF. Like, seriously, I love them as a couple. I love that even though they were both kicked out of Cube, they were signed to P Nation, and they're still going strong years later. They give me hope as far as K-pop idols and not being able to date, and just the industry being toxic in that way for some companies. We have had other idols that have dated openly, like Jihyo from Twice and Daniel Kang, as well as Momo and Heechul. They're broken up now, but still. I have been noticing that there have been more idols that are dating, so I really feel like Hyuna and Dawn kind of broke boundaries in that way, because they were kicked out of their company because they wouldn't deny that they were dating, or they wouldn't break up. So I really feel like they're kind of setting a standard for change, and I love that about them. And even if you follow them on Instagram, it seems like they're really in love. So for the last opinion, the retro concepts have to go in K-pop. They have got to go. There have been a lot of really good retro concepts, just a few that I can think of off the top of my head. Blue Hour by TXT, Mago by GFriend, and Ladi Da by Everglow. Those are retro concepts that I really liked and enjoyed, but now I think it's gotten to the point where every other group is doing retro concepts, and it's getting kind of old. I'm kind of tired of the disco themes, the New Jack Swing themes, the 80s dance themes. I just wish we could move on. I understand that it's really popular in the West right now, and I guess K-pop is kind of mimicking that trend. I'm ready to let go of the retro trend. I'm ready to let go of the bell bottoms, the 70s suits. I'm ready to let go. Alright guys, so that's it for my brutally honest K-pop opinions. Let me know what you thought of my opinions, if you agree or disagree with any of them, and also make sure to comment any brutally honest K-pop opinions you have. Before you hop off this video, don't forget to join my Discord server if you haven't already. We'd love to have you, and we have a lot of fun. Also, make sure to check out my Patreon if you haven't already. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!